busia ma menda se na me ma wakwa aba ye wonwum to ahodododo na no oman yi mu na ekuo bi ama ne homne so ekuo bi epie ma ene no wo hwe wo munwum to mu wo hwe wo ni ye mu ekwan wo afa so a wo mo de nsakra bi aba nwum to mu a eya na danso eya na esronko eno ntine ne eye KFM kasamfoni ya chibre na adaje wa hwe mo bre na mo kwan so na ye ba ni nyina ya baba bedu ye bedu ye ne ya ma ba bia se ye ba teshin la scala e won kran teshin la scala aha ene ya ba pie na ekuo ya me ne omo edi hu nkomo ye from the frequency wo hwe won mo mfidie ne omo nwumedi ahodo nyina na wo mo de entwene wo mo nton nwum no bi na mo no entwene na ene akasemu ene enwum to ho akade no eno ene ya won mo ebo ene the frequency wo mo dwumedi no wo mo ko hia adwaso ba bibia na won bo nti ye bekọ ne yenum akọkọ di nkomo ne ebi so say de ne ya hokeka no sen no mo hyase ho na nya atrimopo no ho nso ene de sa adwempo no de ba ye ne won mo akam ho e de abomo na wo mo edi sa adwumedi no nto eye rhythms of passion o hwa hokeka eni gye a won mo didi dwumedi na e ya na e kama pa na wangasa wo be feeli into de nyabre na tam kucho my video no under KFM TV hey ya na follow your social media handles no nyina no KFM TV and your Facebook and afa YouTube na bibia na ntumi konkan wo adwenkyere bi won koma ye kodi no ho a wo betumi de afa 0246239070 na ma menka na memfa se na PSA emfa ema KFM Musical Center dwumeko ba kwa ba wo de eye akade ne nwumto ho dwumede nyina no etumi ede aba wo behu ekira kwan ewo adum Asantemantem Kumase ene Samra Hotel no ene die nimu hwe 0244941047 na omudi nkomo enkran wo mo Zongo Lane Denzil abro sign no mu a wo Children Hospital din hwe ni mu no ho na be KFM Musical Center Talent Microfinance enso sikasem bia no bra no mo ma obosia na fa ye adwuma sanso na Dadaba Tech Hub e pa cho ho no so no wono mo be boa ma me no e ka say no wo mo ama Alphonso ene akade bia no na bibia no etumi akonkan enti abusua ye ko ne akwakodi nkomadi ameje so eye Odiyifo ya Charles still ka ne hunu se eye ayigbe krache fialengo 1 me ena me bedi dwumedi en chamenti di mechi na the frequency ene omonko na ye nkodi nkomo na wo be fi anyuntuko ba ko bia ba asese no kwan omofo so anwene won mo nwom ekwan omofo so obo wo mo nwom no monte no eye na manfo dodo na womani aje kamia so womde nsakra so nku bi aba yanyum to mu e wo man kane mu aha eno ntie nyame adom ene yeni omo bedi nkomo na ye hu abrabo na hyase ne mpompon so eni so ade hunu ene daache e wo mu no na yedi enko awusia bebi aboko de moma yendi agro kakra bo ki bi ma me na ye mfa ma o akwa aba ki be na bebo se wo bebo de we hin we drum say wodin we de we hia we friend gumbe jimbe na we ye ni nyina gumbe jimbe na we de obi enu kro ni say organ e di key be na wo bo minima so pani bi ana ne buafu sofo obi na ye so sofo ma ye nwum na ye mpon sofo no che nti so ya so pani ma na no so miniki minini ya ana wo so niki so oki ane ma miki ba ko ne yenko yanko dia busia ya need the frequency na ye di nkomo ha no mo ene what you say eno ana ya sha ase no na owura we wo de ye hye nkomo na ase a me kire wa de bi owura je wo de je na eye wo de a me be se mi hu sa ho keka no chemi maba kesele o nyami thank you manager one side mando say oh asidani na ye ode Jesus yana kanya waya churama Jesus yana bode makochele mama kese leo 1 2 thank you yanko was ya eti se na me kan ka che ono won se we ye hom popoye ye hom frama ene ye de amamo no nkomo no ye bedi ni kama na wate ase na ye se kwache nso na de fa ye de sika ene ye de ye nti ye nhye nkomo na se ye te ya ye bo no kama wani age omi e hye ohe ajuo dwom you are very happy but inside the wagon there's a wagon. Me need the frequency na be share na ye di nkomo na ma me sha se ekuo no de from frequency udi ankasa de sen Josiah na tama uko school mpatema wa brono se mayo anu hu a opeso mo fro sen wa kotedi stay cool na mama kai football team be stay cool professionals na one mo fi sunyane yes it's some relegation team won our turn you know and until wo na wo ye what now your keyboardist? There's a instruments in your keyboard on kwa wo bo. All right. And okay, mami, yes penny openi dware and nsuo asan. Ora na won so Simon. Enti na o say your friend saying GH obey. Okay. There's a o kan asem na ye ndi so. Yeah, I obey. Yes sir. And I say enti stay cool nie and also we o bon twene no ntentwene no we your friend is saying Jimbe Gumbe. All right. And we
Caleb.
But you say
Caleb.
No, Caleb ni now
Caleb. No offer me Caleb, but me Caleb.
Caleb, there's a Caleb Mappy. All right. Anything but you now we
me a band manager.
Oh yeah, band manager until we now na the frequency one more manager. But I say we shanty ye be din komo ye ni yen hyase mo dem se mo be ye be hwa adefo mo be ye viewers na me ni manager din komo na manager ya kan the frequency man ya bakwasem kakra about the frequency then na obetumi aka fa frequency ye kan say the frequency na mo ye hefo mo hyase sen hwan na nya ni so ade ehunu no hwan na nya abotaye no sen na the frequency by Meka brofo say
no
absolutely so obanyi wo we gan obanyi wo we brofo
thank you so much
and futu fra wo fela be katikonto
ni wo gamashi ele sa ni wonyo woda wo wadashi wo wadanye shi ake ni babi e ni ko wo agbasa ni fi o
sure
KFM TV ni majo onye fe
ajobo
and ni majo viewers fe agesha mbako
ajobo
number B ambali no ni ewoni frequency wo jino no wo ji
sure
yeah so we started few months ago. Like we've been around for a while.
All right.
So it was an idea that came of last year. Okay. So these guys are very, very talented boys. You like it's obvious.
I mean there's no doubt.
They're super talented, right?
Sure.
And they are my friends. Like we've been friends for long. You know. So we church together. We are in the same community together. He plays a band. Simon plays a band. So he like so that's his life.
He's
like
a professional
band. Yeah, so he does his life.
All right.
Stay Cool as well on the other hand is the same thing. So like it's basically their whole life. Their whole life they've been playing band, they've been doing music, and it was great. Okay. And I've always had a thing for talent management. Okay. And social media. I like to create content because I'm an artist myself. Oh, all right. Yeah. So it was one time where we're in the same room, seated together. We're just having a conversation, and Stay Cool. Like it was their idea, not even my idea. It was their idea. All right. So I'm a camera guy. She will tell it what feel cool. Sure. she be shot video. Me like you know I was thinking na me chop videos.
So probably no me and you ni be na FM.
Yeah, this ones belongs to.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have the keyboard.
Having the keyboard at that time. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So the Mensah, I was taking videos for a dance group.
Like choreography.
So there were dancers. I was taking groups. So I built the accounts to a certain. So that was what I was doing. But then they were like, oh, I watch a video more for me. What post it? Oh, tattoo me on Basani. Come on.
Sure.
So he just started playing on the keyboard and he was just playing the conga and the synergy, right?
Okay.
Like it blew my mind.
Sure.
Like just two guys being able to create magic at that level. Like I was like, yo, being less, I know when you're feeling.
Oh, you can no go.
I make it but one Tony Bo manage what.
Okay. I mean, no, I'm a jam tree.
I'm a manage
what. Okay.
When you watch a me take your videos. So me can phone about take videos and my edit can offer no post it. Okay, no problem. Let's do this like we are brothers. And then your first video here today me any BNN.
Okay.
No post there. Oh my God! Like
wow.
Boom! It went viral. Like
wow.
First video, and it was crazy. So that was when we got the motivation. We were like, oh, Mensah, right? But then, noni oti ewo denche poni wokechi the frequency because you know there are a lot of bands out there. Actually, bands be but we've always sat down and felt like. You are singing, right? So we wanted to play the instrumental
without the vocals. Okay.
So people can sing because people can relate. Not everybody are great singers, but they also want to enjoy and sing for themselves. So we are playing it for our audience to sing. So the singers, our singers, is then our audience, our fans. You get it? So we'll play the instrumental for you, just as what we did right now.
Sure.
Oh, Metano, you started singing. Maybe you are not even a professional singer yourself, but you're enjoying yourself.
Sure.
So we're giving people that joy, and I think like we wouldn't want to take the glory for ourselves. Sure. We want to give that to who Hannah is due, and that is God. God has always been with us, and He has saw us through this journey. And thank you so much for even being here now. So basically, that's.
Oh wow, that's wonderful. Well, so when you people started, when you met here, you took your first video. I mean, you had something or you had an experience from the first video. Before you taking that video, were you having some doubts? So, no one never post the video, like before putting the video out there.
Yeah.
How was the mentality?
It was Simon. So Simon was like, video I posted. So I've always had experience with videos. When come make show, video no demo be o demo phone no journey mo for. Sure. They no money buy viral. She no need money o demo be no money buy. Or just wash keke no family or post it. So the doubts were there. We were still like we're skeptical, but like it just blew. And I felt like okay, people actually resonated and they related to what we were doing, like they felt connected to it because it seems like social media has always presented like the high life, like the high life, the luxury life, but showing people your roots, how you started, the humble beginning, letting them see that no, we are not just paparazzi, but we are trying to actually show this is our life, this is how we are living as we are here right now. So this room has created magic, and so there were doubts, but we still had to do it.
Yeah, still had to go. You born the first one. You started. You put it out there. Yes. The results or the outcome was marvelous.
Yes.
All right. So the mentality or the aim was to have your instrumentals and the audience or the fans out there. Yeah. So which of the areas or which areas have you been setting up? I mean your machines.
Yeah, thank you for the
when question. You started from the room, that was the first video. So from the room, where was your next video? Okay, where was it shot?
So we did quite a few in the room because people like this. So we're doing a lot in the room. So we've always had and when you were outside, watch our videos here, town can it be. So our first outside video was right in front of the house.
Okay.
So it was right in front of the house. So GHOB's cousin, he also has like speakers and instruments. Because the only thing we had was this.
So I was even coming there. Where are the other the gadgets?
So the speakers, his brother has the speakers. So he's a DJ. Or like a track. Or bow about on in your mind. Oh, you perceive a video kakrebi or about and I have a ball. Was it me come for yeah? So that was the first video outside and boom. Like we are almost like 3-point-something million views on that video. It just went like skyrocketed.
Well, I can taxi driver ain't been here trying the taxi. The taxi driver just
the same place, the same
place,
the
wow.
same location.
And I think I once saw Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy Atakuma. She has always like she's a sister. Shout out to Cindy.
Okay.
Cindy has always been great and been of help to the frequency. She comes around, we take videos and all that. So we had a shoot at the Tetteh school. Where you know the Cindy pull up because we post your status and like and it was even great. That video also you saw that video like it was awesome. Yeah.
So this is a professional band.
Yeah.
In boy somewhere. CAC and you are Bethlehem
Gospel Church.
Ni manager. Pentecost. When you can join a fair or someone like I met you. You can join a fair or someone I met you. Okay. I just was you need the frequency and ye DM common and I'm a cow say we know a year and sacred for one day the aba one more a year and you to emu na to me continue. Mammy Jina was so na me try me hotel na member and yen ko show mo performance. Kakra hodro one monyo to ahodro a wo matumi ade albamu no na ye hwe bi ye be san to aso mba isia.
and the frequency. Young man stole the show. How it all started. he comes. driver pulls up and requests a song mid-performance. How it all started. The frequency. Free-spirited guy. Did we make him happy?
And there was a man asking to wow when you were so, when was any a coy, nti abrabona hyase no se ya na ekoye ni anida so ni no ho na Nyankopon hye ne ho ani nyantima da se wo de won kasanfoni no da so eda ahanomo na ye di nkomo we the frequency ene eguso ya ni omudi nkomo abrabo ahyase se ye hu se ni aband no ne kofa bai ne fare bai se ni omo hyase na ebe o se bra ye ko school no no bia ye bisa se oh Richard we ya call up there so I will be a soldier. Na ye bisa lazy when you grow up so I'll be a nurse. Koko bi echire. Omo no mujire na camera na echire nti no. Yemra na ye bisa mama sha se me manager nche Caleb. Na Caleb obia bofra bremu o ya bofra na onyi a obia wani so ade ho botaye vision ene yi. Omofra bremu na eda na esi wani so. Abra uko school omo bisa so Caleb when you grow what will you do? I now take it.
Me Abrufano. Like I've always wanted to do art.
Oh, art as in
painting,
sing, okay,
drawing,
acting, okay.
Yeah, I had a thing for drawing, doing paintings and all that, and my parents like they always encouraged it. Okay. So when I was young, it has always been like that. Okay. Like when I was in JHS, me draw some. To me draw beer. I did beer me home draw. I did beer.
To me draw kit from Taliban.
I did beer me home draw. Hey, I did beer me home draw. Me call SS me a visual art, and me call university. But me call university no, I had to defer. But when I went to the university, I didn't do art. So I did procurement and supply before I deferred. But now, art like I've taken it like as my profession. That's what I do. So basically, I do talent management and also I'm an artist.
Okay, all right. Yeah, chance, you know, you were having only this.
Yeah.
One hour you see Kakoto organ. Mujiji scar the bone and Koto organ. How did you acquire the organ?
Yeah, that's a good question. In the first of all, I would like to say a very big thank you to Dr. Augustine Blay.
Okay.
Because Dr. Augustine Blay, he was so he was the executive secretary for the vice president, the previous
former vice president.
Former vice president,
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Okay, all right. Indeed, yeah, posted video. We say the three of us we share the account, so there's transparency amongst the team. Like we all have logins to the account, and sometimes he posts, I post, he posts. Indeed, Simon too when they posted video, but I was say hey, we need a keyboard. Like we need a keyboard. It was now your Brad Penny, and also he has been of help to us. Isaac, we say Isaac, Prince Daddy. Also for Prince Daddy.
Oh, okay, all right.
Like onu the what? Ono BBI sound ni BBI. It shouts to like also for Daddy. Also for Daddy. Thank you so much. Until also you can who hear keyboard. Now you rent on the keyboard. You see on the keyboard we hear videos at the time. So we have video. Just write under the comments like the caption. You should just write that we need this. So Simon said I'm going like he's going to do it. So I was even home and we saw he posted like we don't have a keyboard, but the keyboard that we use we had them. So in case you want to support for us to give you more videos, then so he got a message directly from Dr. Augustine Blay. And he got a call from his team, and they were like, I see what you guys are doing, and I love it, and I want to help you guys. So no problem. Then Simon called me, I was like, Dr. Augustine says this, but the Flagstaffers, we've been invited to the Flagstaffers. Like, from this room, okay, no problem. So we went to the Flagstaffers. It was even impromptu, like we went there for the invite. It was great team, great staff. We were invited calmly. The hospitality was great. So we sat with him, talked about what we are doing and all that. I said, I want to support this. So I saw that you guys wanted a keyboard, so I'm going to give you the money to buy a keyboard. Like, okay.
Oh, and a doc. Doc, my job, God bless you very much.
My job, Dr. Augustine. So he gave us the money that day, and the next day we went, Pastor Prince joined us. We went and we bought the keyboard.
So this is what the preferred one you want. Like, and it is good for everything. Anything of standard.
Yeah.
Nice one. All right. And it's any what I say no. Now me do call more struggles. Or say you may be no challenges, any problems for me. So let me say this one will be the stepping stone.
Yeah.
Apart from no challenges, being as a as a manager, as the frequency. Yeah, that's a very, very good question, and thank you for the question.
we say challenges there, and we have a lot of challenges. You know, there are so many things to music now that we need to implement, because some of the sounds and the beats that we have, somebody actually creates those beats, and you have to pay for it. You have to buy the beats, but we are happy to have good friends that sometimes they support us with those things. So we have the beats embedded in the keyboard. So he just plays the beat and start playing the keyboard.
So I'm coming. When someone creates the beat, how do you infuse it here?
Yeah, so you have a drive, you put it inside.
Oh, okay.
Then
you copy,
install it inside.
So meaning the digital dispensation is at work.
Exactly.
Wow.
And we want to have our own instruments. We want to have our speakers and everything. So the challenge we are facing is it's always financial. Like it's always financial. But we still know what we are doing and we are saving up for all that. You get it? But we are still open to people wanting to support the band. But as an entity, you need to also see to read that you also have to like gather all those things and buy your own instruments. We want to buy our own like speakers. We want to buy a lot, like a whole lot. So those are some of the challenges that we face. And the other ones to come with, you know, our videos and timing, and we have to, you know, we are very, very busy people. Even we have personal lives that are very, very busy. So coming together, oh, Simon, where you did? Oh, today they informed me, TV. Oh, in Bay, so creating videos. So we have challenges with some of those things, and in terms of logistics, like transportation and all that. So those are challenges, but those are not complaints. That's what I'm saying. Like, there are challenges, we acknowledge them, but we are not complaining about them, because we know most definitely, like, everything will just fall in place. Yeah,
so as of now, over to maybe say, like, you join a few, allow still, you are in a struggle era.
Oh, where Joko? It was I'm about to be prepared. Where Joko? You are getting, you know, we get gigs. About few. Okay, Chicago that's something I'm making sure of, because we have a vision and a goal. We have like something we need to do. We need to buy certain things and we need money. So we need to save up a lot than having the money, sharing the money amongst ourselves. So that's one thing I try as much as possible to avoid. And that is, you know, we also need money. So
I was even coming there with the management. How are you managing them? Maybe on better, new on costumes, everything, or their welfare and who is it part? We're gonna have the Nyaka say, Obi artist manager, and the perception there is some way.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know how is your management? I mean, structure.
Yeah. So what I would say is that Wonkaseni is a learning process for all of us. I have not done this, or I have not built something like that, like manage. Although I have my own company and all that, but in terms of talent management, like this is actually my first time managing this, and we are all going through a learning process together, because it's also new for them, it's also new for me. So, but one thing I know we have is there's respect and there's understanding and transparency. So that makes the job easier, because you need people that are loyal, you need people that understand duty, that people that you trust to work with. So, oh, managing this, that, but we are working within that. Sometimes I signal it, like I have people, I ask questions and all that. How does this go? How do you do this? Because we've had a lot of calls. People even want to take up, like be like, oh, we person me manage you.
Okay.
People will even money, like they want to manage us, but then the boys will say no. You see, like when I say something,
is it the fine when they say they want to manage you? Yeah. Do they sit down with you and be like, read the contract, read something before they object to it?
Yeah, I'm open to wanting a bigger team that wants to manage or hold up the group. I'm open to that, because I can't do it all. But then we need to be careful, because not everybody understands our core values and how we started and what we are doing. So yes, people will just come, chip in money, put in money, but then before you realize, it's gone. You've lost your sanity, you've lost everything. But going through the learning process together, a perfect example, I'll use Davido.
Okay.
Davido as an example. Sure, okay. Look at his manager, this guy, I've forgotten his name. There's this fair guy.
Manager and friends saying. The video manager no.
Or a kokopa.
Yeah, me.
They started young, like they started together, groundsroot, like their childhood friends.
Okay.
And they have been together till
now.
Till today. So you don't.
So meaning say always you have to get someone who has the same core value or the vision that you
don't necessarily mean. And yes, I was say on him say he has been into the job already, and son of to me I Jumano. If you say we are all learning, but they learned together, grew together, and they are still together. And now look at the empire they've created. Sure. So I still believe in that, and my boys also. They also like we all believe in the same thing. Yeah. So it has always been easy for
all right.
For
so
me.
that's the struggle stage or the struggle level. Yeah. When you were mentioning him, let me say you were able to mention one person who has supported you, and also for that.
Yeah.
Through your journey, apart from Sandy Pemi, family, siblings, I saw now man on so apart from the info and one more my year of help.
Johnny mean to me body, but inconformable. Say your band friends. You get it? Like they are already
so, the name is Asa Asika.
Davido. Asa Asika, that guy, he's great. And he started from young with Davido, yeah. But as I was saying, we've always had friends that play band. We have boys that play keyboard, good guys that play percussion and all that. So these guys, whenever they hear we are going on a team, Cephas. I won't forget about Cephas. I won't forget about Inshira Pat. I won't forget, like, these guys are great. They just support. Lema, they are great. CAC, they are great. Pentecost, they are great. Bethlehem, like, they're all guys that support the frequency. So we are privileged in a position to have people that have genuine love for us, and also supporting us grow. So
there was the frequency and ye din common yehu o ma hyase yehu o ma mani o ma femu bre o ma femu ye beto aso na yehu senia wo mo etumi o mo breakthrough no etumi de ba ye se no bebi o mo duru empempenso no na yehu ni nyina na mommo bibi ma me wo hu na me de me panyum pa but me so me quite deal. Me a Seventh-day Adventist.
Oh, nice.
You know. Now, me no say be kwa abonten akwa di agro abonten. We ya obo Ghana, mo ha na ya obo ba ko mo say precaution na percussion. Oh, yeah, chirr be say no. I don't know. We no. I don't know. I know percussion no.
Percussion no.
Chams. Enti wonim ye be wi a mo be kire me ade nya we dia me say ye ntwene KFM Musical Center ye tonton bi enti we no de ni nyina bi say ye ton organ kora ye tonton ne be nya bi enti data ye ne the frequency na wa ha no na say ye de am be say hia bi aka ho enti we be du ho say maybe the near future mo vision wo be say ebi mo meka mo ho mo be say e bi a e be du ho na keyboard na bi a nipa miensa na ba ko bo enetia enekese ne yi ye be dis an ko ne mo bibi ma me na memfa da PSA emfa ma KFM Musical Center one ma so ya sen edum Kumase Samra Hotel ye ne om ne de hwe ni mo sanso na Talent Microfinance sika kra bia ba ko pe na ye ya na be ye yinti na tumi akonka sanso na eye dada ba take up om nyoma kan ho a ye de enyi na me ba me bi so mo sanya bia no yenim say high life na wono mo Ghana nso ana nyum tuom no ye wo genes ahodo bebre wo mo boli nyina bi ana high life no kra wo ma yenji we na me fentwa me hotel na yemra enti the frequency why am enti the one am say first one mo high life enti we ye de we here reggae cho yango oh to you no mo ka ma mo ko mo ba Sunday school da 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 Yesu ye madinina aredane Shanty, my man, that's a say you're trying home. I called you about from crowds on by air corner. Oh, heat, I know the similar Hano. When say we shall now say, maybe I will be as office or what you memo. Maybe I will share if you that say. I bet from 10 times so a KFM TV GH or Facebook and after YouTube, or TikToker and also a KFM TV GH. Me so I can who feel it, who shall now say, and come on, I finish I shall say. You will come. Enti no nim nka me ba se me ne wo mo wie na omo no munum to omanga so omo to nyom omo to bi o to nyom o no a o singer
on pese o be accept so a singer
but o to nyom anyum bia bi na we ba GHOB oh one say was be or vigorous vim be akwe mama come bro fun na dia sem treni oh ani ji ayo de bad no yeah oh senior why ni nyina hwe na ya pay ban bia ma na ba munya kwento on betu mu wa zero motu ba okay all right enti yan hwe Janice no yawo bebre Obienu say the frequency mo high life for. That's near obienu. Apart from no mo bo bibia bi. E na bono so no me ya me pese me accept say e wi asenyom because me nim anyom ya wi asenyom.
Exactly.
Aye mu nsem no.
Exactly.
Aha, ndi me hu na wi asenyom ho. Because me nim anyom ya wi asenyom. Na say wi asenyom nga say bonsam na beto ba bonsam ama ma to nyum ya mae. Na say nipa to nyum na say ya wi asenyom ha me de me me nim anyom ya wi asenyom. Nti de na ya mo bo den. Genes no mo bo bia. Mo de di ni de mo bo bi. Ejo de onim. Say ne be no nti no de say mo abo high life, mo abo reggae. Nti ni abebo no mo maye. Wahu. Ah no ne ye be ana ye be kwa kobo ni nyina no abonte.
Oh ye be bo bi wa.
Aha nti de ye mo bi. Nti mo abo high life amaye. Mo abo reggae.
Me ma wa mamu osibisa. Ye di mu be ko
yeah, ya na oh na maka
high life.
Tama na me ya brand here no me collaborate.
Ye bo reggae, ye bo afrobeat, ye bo
okay.
Ye bo
hip hop, R&B ni mo wo de arane Pepsi.
Amapiano ye bo wi.
Amapiano mo amapiano de na ye chance tafremu ana nya no bia. Ano nya amapiano. Ano nya amapiano. Oh okay, all right. Eje bo sia ye ne frequency ni ye da so ye di enkomo no wo mo e de enti no ye nhwe wadi kan kire ye se na munye ni so ade hu no wadi kan ma ye hu o hawa ma ye den motumi afem mumpie ye mu breakthrough what you say mu first video no na de mu apie ye ana say mu breakthrough no akwan ben so na fa so bae
nyame nyame nti your first video no you post e call viral no na unse uye bibisa na unse unya good feedback sa I was saying to us nti we kept
on the consistency
doing it and I nya keyboard no and I nya call from Vision 1.
Okay.
In Vision 1, presenter him refinishing, but friend say, opposite him, but okay. And then call say there, and say call boy. Then we got another call, GTV into friend, and I call a spectacle show. Say, yeah, call like different places.
And I think me more number 1. Yeah,
number one FM in so, and TV3 in so. Caleb Giovanni yeah, to me, we've not had a breakthrough, but there's still more room for improvement, and there's like the opportunities are vast. Say, I will say next time I KFM buy a fee, we will say,
Abrosan,
sure. Frequency 2 quarters. But just watch out for it because. So watch out for it, like back to back tour.
Okay, and you know be ato band no be abo. Momo de na de na ye sonko, e de na motumi atena se na mo create am person mo de the new development at the baba band.
Yeah, so na make earlier on no. Yeah, boy instrumentals. The boy instrumentals, that's the difference. And on say music, say music nipa ba ko betumi aye whole production. Music no. Say obi nipa ba ko betumi o 1 2 3 now we press record. Inti na no bo. Inti be loopy. Now they adifo for account na loopy. Now obo we na loopy. Inti we are privileged to be in a system or in an era where music has been simplified and everybody can play. So we hear band be in the like your difference here, your uniqueness, you say omuye two.
We are very grateful for your time, for being with us. Still continue our interview with the frequency. We've enjoyed a lot. They've told us a lot, but there's a lot to also, add up. Tino ya beto aso ye manager din komo manager KFM na wetumi a cheche ku na hyase o ha ne amane o ma femu aboafo atumi abemu ya ma se moda so kan ho ye ne mo din komo kai se frequency to what ya edin no ya igbe krache fialengo 1 ya tino meko singer keyboardist I'm friend Kuma na stroke. Oh, they are best stroke. Open Kuma na stroke. You know, stay kunja, stay. As oh, dinu huna museo. Oh, yeah, stay ampa. Oh, yeah, stay wo baby. Yeah. All right, it is stay ku yenin komo. Stay ku ni wa he as a person. Unyi wa he abrabono o sha say wa he as stay ku.
Okay. Ajo mi sha say free.
Ana be kankre.
We
country no. Okay.
Mi sha say free na me wo go no school. Tetteh go no school.
Go no, oh, okay.
I won na nti.
Okay.
And later on move to La Scala.
La Scala. Okay. Nti unyi wa he.
Okay, pajo mi wo go no school.
Go no school. Oh, okay. Nti o ma me no papa mo ye sen.
Pajo ye 4.
And now na otoso.
Ye third born.
Ya wada be ya wada. Afa. Nti we ya Mensah ho. Ya no de ya na ye cool. Mi se mi ya. Nti so mi cool me mpe ho asem. Oba tuna mi ti ho ni ase bibia ha me ho ya oba o ka onya. Nti stay ku wo sha brabo na se na te sen wo mofra brem na de na opesa wo ye ade na ye woni so ade hu no like what was your vision?
Okay. Me the time I'm in school na like obi bi sam say then I'm pese me here or future mo. Me like me can say pese me a rock star. Sana na me kan.
Oba rock star. And then the only formula bia e be kwan bia we fa so style bia no ya rock.
Sana me kan.
Oh, okay.
Sa me catch on say me pese me a rock star. Nanso this year the
Enti o person ya rock star o hwe bia wa be dru ni nia o de hu awrem sese na o wetu aka say your beginning of rock star and now say what achieve rock star
the beginning
the beginning of a rock star. Wow. Enti when you sua we he wan na kire o kwan ben so na fa so sua he.
Okay. Na actually na me keyboardist.
Okay.
Na me board drums.
Drums ne dey be we be. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And I say now, like more passion for music.
Okay.
And now, like now, in catch any other keyboard now, or yes, when say like percent.
Okay.
And now ben kaka, and or try me like do any funny so.
Nze key ni dey anu an dey kire me say o ma kire me a betumi amo. Some more your friends almost a primal be ni say this do re mi fa so la ti do ti la fa so mi re do. Into a chira no na no.
Afina like me shall say kaka.
Okay, nti me hwe difference when I work once I say mo born na ye work or say me bo chords.
Course, okay.
Obi say me bo keys. Difference one.
Course like combination of when like who born be say na course.
Okay.
Na who born back one.
Na key.
key.
Oh, okay.
And the course no a combination of like when keys
ni okay into key na bo no na ye chord no. Oh, okay. And you know at what age na we shall say who organ no and how long duration of this one?
Okay, 2 years.
And I would who I say would they perfect and you know na ye asori na asori no asori no Bethlehem Gospel Church I know
demo taxi rank
demo I know so attention here hey attention demo I will chira okay and the umofra bremu ebrebe na aye mpese no
oh enche bia I said last year or so
was a Ghana your perception be oh yeah no baby a wote baby a kwa asoro wa wo for omoje wo sen
oh na like actually no I say omumpe and me wait but I me dey say we no on say obi a o here rasta no the only pan say
sure
and me say me na me prove am wrong say any obi a na o here rasta o here baby a shiwi ana oye
sure oye ne mabasa enti yen hwe mu journey as frequency baby a mo sha ase se ne am abeduru se na manager kan ye mo tena so ha na mo planning bibi mo have the vision no to start something no baby am abeduru no sen na unhu no fa where you have you be overwhelmed like unhu ho say at least a stepping stone ana
oh yeah me only say like my extra ma extra ma because me share baby a ye share say fe na baby a do nyame
so personally your vision for the future to achieve your rock star then
okay you see there my vision me wo like the frequency me say like per se you are see baby
as a globe
na about big shows okay. Yeah about big shows artists yeah say fair big artists are yes we fair I don't know biggest way
so as a manager the can mo challenges mo costumes so manager they provide them na and then I'm going to go music I say
costume there see there you say you tin one see and to have so like yen baby a person do oh say I person to ye unia ma instruments and baby anti sometimes like na baby na e dey your manager and na be a ya na e take care of
one my own so be so a rock star down come be in the near future we be say we be have a different career from what you are doing today
different
okay
we are
na keyboard na chia na be so general o man year of standard international level
sure.
And o yen call dey my yen call private gaga we hear adwuma ben
oh na me call say me Cristiano electricals
oh okay
and so like manya talent me jaye
okay
me only say we na me
we na adwuma ntia no na dey full time okay entina say en kokoma say in the future no be wan say obesesan akwa ye bi foforo be adwuma foforo bi e bi adam kwa bi na e fro say o ye e fen say doctor stay cool entia mo afam no wabusuafo aboa o ma me no papa o nuanom abusuan family
oh yeah we me sister near like near
odi na chi ana odi wechi
near me di nechi
okay
wa gba me pa ana afesu papa so fo
I papa you so na za so na dia on na Bethlehem International oh okay
so ogba me in terms of prayers any bibia me ma me so ya o share me kan say
na say ebusuan ni nyina de
sure
omukro mu se kiko wow okay iti ebusuan ye ni the frequency and e di nkomo no we senior keyboardist na ewo enti me bisa manager dan kwa bi am pese obi ba be kan ho a on ne bebo keyboard na mo be che say bia we bo ba ko say no say ya keyboard mo bebre obi tumi bo 10 na like mo bo course na ebi bo bass ebi bo we bibi sa ho am say mo de microphone be come ho na mo ko show na say you want to maintain the two as a frequency okay. We F and away there's a frequency modulation FM there's a more cable TF oh okay the yeah TF the frequency
and the thing is the frequency in the me some way yeah now so ebia we do ebia ye go boama ebia artist to say ebia Davido ana bibi ebia ma request say like omu per live band ebia set
okay
and ebia be for ebia bassist and
collaborate oh okay
the frequency in there
mo na muni na say no na mo de sha ase from kran to kran me say wo kan say wo papa ye sofo yi wo bo na mane ansa na wo koye otini saa no one say one mo na mane wo ye wie na wo be du fie no na wo kan because sanya wo kan society no ya wo perception bi wo no sofo ba na wa ye percent sofo ba nti sofo na ye wo papa na kasa na oje ni sen wo bo na mane ansa na wo ko ye wie no nso
Nani anjing.
Okay.
And so like
Oni bibi e kan. Na say we na me ba ne pe me nko say me kwa hye ne so. Okay. That's what they fa ho dey dey. Etumi dey ama. Okay. Entini obia eya de abrabomu a obi odi ni sineni so say ni mentor anase obi o hwe ne say mbese me ye say asemesi obenten. Why yes our research no hu nipa globe ni nyina na say yi why the I mean top most keyboardist out on so no gina senku ni chi no wo bo out say yeah in senku no bo no wo obi wo ha be say be say me ye say na me say na me ya kwala na be say me to nyum te say don simo endi wo obi wo ni so say da cho be say wo bo keyboard te say asemesi why ya kwame yebo oh, you're Ghanaian, not international. Wow, this is the first day of meeting you. One running studio, and now say a live band. Oh wow. Bueno, mbese me tia say, also be na creativity no amo. Na mo dey share pen drive no. Say mo kwa bonten a, mo wo say na ye ekoi, ye ekobo general. Ana ye ko hay ye kobo gospel ye kobo high life ye kobo hip life ye kobo we ana say mudu ho no na mo hwe euphoria na eno na emamo I mean the creativity no say na yet here before you step out.
Okay, actually no ye ko should be a gospel na iri share say because bibia we share say dey nyankopon na after no say bibia o say worship na
to mo hwe nkofo no di mi na no mo posture e na mo de mo nyum no. Wow. Kwame yebo a nwume no akobo a wo feel aye wo de pa
enuma
onu abo a wa hwe a we say this Kwame yebo a wo feel pa
enu ne wa babubu ni che say me kai bia
manager wo kai na
o say ono o keyboardist
obo wie okay ebia wa bo nyum bi anaso wa bo bibi ma wa kobo show bi e ma wa we feel so
like,
yeah
na me hu ni video bi na like send your back like in Philippa
okay then boma me boma me na back me na
I always say like your boy life like you send your back onu like obaki fine pa
the back no so no no sani a wo sani a wo di beat ya to ase no pepe ana say ross
so like onu ya mbo set
okay and to the mo into the fan say high life nyum bi akwam ye bi a kwam ye bo na abo na wato no and to the manager ma me high life ba ko bi na omo ma me na ana de bo bibi na me hwe say na me hwe say Kwame yebo a rhythm no yebetumi ya nti yebo say ne the frequency na yedi nkomo no yenko soje yenko we wana to ye osibisa ana osibisa Wow. Brebe na ya onya de sua wa de private personally. Say na me nko me hyedem ana say me te dua bi ase me te me mantwa ba bi me sua bi foforo like creatively.
Okay. Sometimes I'm not patututu.
Okay.
I
don't know nyuntofo nyina ya anopa na amudisua de. Was who be say nyuntu ni bia no kan say anopa o ba kan say anadwo desuo mu ana ahemache. Sa abre na ya de na wo.
Say bibia ya cool.
There's a udwin sisisu. But this time the udwin kura na be hwe dan. Wow. Okay. Now what wale? on wale ti ba aware wo we ni so ana se say adwuma ni
menu sina o se ma nware mara
brand so na sa o twem plan de ana de be twem gaga fi ni anti no mo ya de mo abon mo de because normally mo abonten a yan hwe as wow your keyboardist and as the frequency no what you make mo nya impact bi ewo amanfo so anase mo akọbọ anwum no ba bi eno de maybe some me ensa nyina bi ana individual na obi approach mo say oh na nka me wo problem pa o nka dadwin bi dam so pa but mo be bo ade no anase bi obi social media handles bi obi so oh mo agbo bibi ma nka bibi a me femu no me tie mo rhythm no me tie mo nyu no monya sa impact monya sa testimony no about thing bi we sa
last na me kan here comment section
okay
comment section na me kan obi better say like hey say na your body no kra na oda ya rempa so ba na me ama na sorry
sorry
obi so be ma comment no see na like a dream and super
that's our dream
pa ba sometimes na normally you like you stop posting your call break akra and your manager on my pressure say hey, guys oh yes like now pay up or pay say on okay your video where outside and I post here and anybody see like sometimes or to me dream the name say be
Customer na say busia problem broken heart
but say no see you ready on it
oh okay
to me dreams about show who your video when I post here on him nearby
wow na say impact no wo ho impact no manager also be privately obi etumi ahia o ka so manager omrantie yi bibisa ho
o say privately there we go for bring enemy.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. On the okay.
Behind the scenes. But me kind comments.
Comment in
our comment section is going crazy. On say we go for yeah adibiana you impact someone's life and now yeah bibi na e kan obi akuma. You say obi acho oh na me shamu. To say no like there's something going on somewhere.
Okay.
Say go very outside.
And yeah, true.
It was one man who can be one bobby beer. A man impacting the big
Alright. And remember GHOB so but finally I mean stay cool me no we no legacy ben na opese uja we chire ma dan kwa bia because e bia nsa wa bokwa me egbo adi na member manager ya o post to a umu say we ye frɛ we GH obey na ye frɛ we stay cool ya ochoro we indicate
me a video be recently
okay
to make sure GH obey on the application it's not no ball
okay.
and no static keyboard no it's stay cool on the keyboard
yeah I think sure and as our voice be nearby no okay okay
the fans and the audience they have to know
them yeah
omunim say they are the frequency
individually omudin no okay all right so as stay cool legacy be na be say oja we chire dan kwa ma bia because ene no ubo amachi de din obi ehu ubo ampofo eje din obi ehu stay cool also no ade na esi we ni say e be say me bo keyboard du ba bi ma dan kwa me ye bobo din a me so wo mi din bi wa dwen sa de no na din na be say ye de ja chire ma
pacho ni su media ni say mpese mi bo na me do like far me body do level bia like down kwa bi musu ye be frame ni say oh guy we over
okay
why
be pa okay all right ntia wo so you need the frequency and I dey enkomo no ye da so guso aye di me ne manager Caleb wa kire ahyase stay cool so aba ne die no mo nti no ye betwa ye ho na maba GH boy GH obey so na say mabo high life mabo gospel mabo reggae na sanse mo sambo ene monje na mo no na nti no wo mabo no na ye twa ho na yakwa akwaje abo afon kra to aba ye ba ye beto aso ya beto so na afi the crack cream ye nyom be wie no as the frequency no he no be so mudu da chen omo plans nso te sen omo be hia mo a hemfo no be so mo bu omo ekwan be so be so mo fa mo ano omo de omo numbers beto dwa omo ma omo social handle ne de no na the frequency say no na o ba bia TikTok all the social handles baby the frequency then here THE na and no underscore no nothing space na frequency FREQUENCY that's the frequency I don't tell you and you must move about there where aha boma me anya blessing there no anya na oyobi chocho mucho aha na where your friend saying
your friend
X shaker Nti mi dem ni anse mi shake sa ni we are strong si okay nti yan kwana mi shake et ne Asida Enkoyi mama mama enkoyi papa lefo de ye vanchiche lefo de ye vanchiche ayamino odo papa bia meja zao ene zao Makodisika, oh, Sicipiani, checking the personality, and the number, Maya Kuntai, frequency, I want to
was it?
No more to your turn. I feel no cool. See feel of way. Tell him Quavia whom you know called third drum set.
Thank you.
Bonnie will try drum set, body posture, body language, facial expression, no piano track, yeah. GH Nita Banes.
Nice one.
Oh, GH boy, GH boy, no more GH boy. Ingba follow ye, ingba die, ingba te school ye. I want to bass on the field.
Okay.
Ba catchy me catchy.
Say see nice one. Me da mun na see me da fans so na see. Say see GH boy me and me GH boy no. Teshin ya na miti. Ya wo me o teshin adu em.
Okay, I do. Okay, yeah.
Na me mama me papa eti.
Okay.
And me call school Jordan Methodist and me why about me. Okay. Me call SHS or ATTC.
Oh, okay. Coco blame.
Yeah, by all the so on bibia.
Shout. Oh, okay. Then now so quite sorry why he.
See, oh, sorry no. Na first na me board.
O bo sha bo
ma chin bebre ba mi sia de bi e fa bibi ho.
Okay.
Na me guy bi na ni mami wuye.
Okay.
Na me nim na ko sorry. Ba ni mami wuye no e ko catch sorry for no. Omo catch say like
ni din asori book mu.
Ni din ni asori book mu. Nti omo tumi boy.
Aba ma ko bo
akọ na yeko de bia asori bi osofo bi e bo anu. Me pese me bo asori ni.
Oh, asori bo yeah. Ndo mo ka nyam say ni din ni asori book mu.
Your tight book, welfare book, your ba mo ka che say na
na mutua.
Ya tia bibia. Won say na first na yen ya agin say like e be fa sa tight book any welfare yen ya agin sa.
Oh, okay. Some fan is serious.
E na dey bi na yen ni bi e wa sorry no. Obi free no ka che say like yen boy hu na yen nya sa book ni
tight. Okay.
Nti ye fa tight book na 2 weeks pe no na me madam for no so ni mami wo ye.
Okay. Wa ujejule.
Nti ye ko boss of na man say ni see. Osofo no ka che say like ye din ni sorry book no. Nti mi ti odin nti mi fa mi phone no. Ena mi twi ya osapon ni nyum bi asori ben na odin wo mo
mo be bo ama mi wate
ena mi ti odin na mi boss anyum na mi jinsa ena mi share mi kan say like me nchi asori bi
nti ba pa asori ba
me pa asori ba kun na mako
asori a odin be wo mu
asori a mi
wo kire wo wa
mo be bo a mi be bo am bibia be fine ena mi be share ye brother ye pastor ye papa ya enia but Prince Dazin.
Oh, okay.
And I know about keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Onuna oni me call CAC.
Oh, you say CAC na oko.
CAC
branch ben.
Me rotation last
scala. CAC. Okay. Now mo friend be mo na na person because o say footballer pa o. Wa mo boga kra wo.
Football mi mpe.
O ba na mo so a o body language nyina kire say.
Okay, nice one. But football no my accident baby nti me ko ball football ka kito anka me nan no ye try.
Oh, okay.
Me football no meaning ball. Me kita ball na nipa no obo me slide me to from pe no na me nan abu.
Sorry.
Omuntu me ye ma me nti me papa na ofro bi na ofi baby ba yansa na mo ye me nan ma me. Nti ba football there David.
Ba wo hwe
me pe football pa
say na no PSG share yi
brace 7-0 share Man City share.
Oh, okay. And now mo fra me na na opesa wo ye bra wo nyi no abrabo mu na te say
music now
me
dey on say ni tie ba ni sa no mi papa obo konka.
Oh, okay.
Mi papa obo konka nti e ko asori ya mi papa no o family o di mi tu ni ya
e bi na papa no so ko asori ben
na mi papa no call one man church.
Oh, okay.
Nti okobo konka na odi mi beti na ni chin.
Oh, okay.
Na pupu nti
okay.
Ade no kura sound ni na commerce
and who jan kura we by force.
Nti mi bo time I be mi cosco mi papa no sometimes on say like e bia like say edu maybe mi papa no mi cosco kura aska na odi be my no kura onya bi my enye say like e bia mi can be na.
Okay, sure.
Mi papa no like wa brepa we ba sometimes enye de bia na
ni kotoko na dia ho kire wo. Sure.
Nti o be ka che say o yonko ba mi ma mi de obo aye mi ko echi ma mi ma mi
na oton den
e bia time amenya say mi nkobo we no
Now we go coaching.
Na me the silver shine. Silver shine be coaching sa anti. Silver shine me the coaching sa me say mama so won say silver shine no say won sisem on nye bofruit. Okay. Inti bofruit me mama china me the coaching ya. Me won say bi mu bodram pe no na me dey na go see o.
Wow.
Na me dey na go see o. Inti me sure musa na me the bofruit ni na be fie. I said man be sure say me man be sure say osun. Me say chin na mbo am. Papa say me ko say na yepa ma dey. No catch me say me ko say na yepa ma dey. Afi dey me boss see me ko friend papa bra na like on fan some say me say. But me ko friend papa no. No see me ko say ejuma no. No catch me say me to me am enjoy. Satan na me bomb modin di guys e chinti. Me bomb modin planti. One day me ti ona say like me sunsum na wa me mu atu efri me mu. Nti ase sick of my jai me the band born atuo. One say Bible no can say ye ma obi ba kun won.
Yeah, we also share.
Media no nti say like me papa watch me afi music no odi me akoshe baby fufuro. Nti I say like ade no me hu ma me atu nti ase nti o me bon pa me see nti me sorry ye pe no asa me see me ye.
When see adwuma mu obi o.
Man ko man see your crab nti me esa no be bo me guys na man say ni say it's I don't me fast serious me hear music me fan serious pa let me board drums.
Okay, full drum maybe.
Me board drums and percussion and me bo.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a guy be.
Oh yeah, no Ghana is serious.
And I'm
a serious guy.
Me guy be a friend with Joe. First na me call reform. And no catch me say, "Oh, send ya would do guy be chi no so board drum now so board drum be got na house na be feel no." And the first percussion bo.
Okay.
And the kunka no. And I'm be say like, "Oh, okay. Me see say na e bo kunka no." Okay. Nti your copy bia sometimes your drama no so ono so obenya gig other side. Nti obi ni obebo drums. And also for dancing. Obechi me akosha sorry dem enyum no. Who are only sing say wumbo.
Okay.
Me boss last year results drama no nim say na year results nti ona mechi oba office say e bia drama bi na yakofa na ya patch no. No be do sorry dem na emi. If they won't say like me good ediba okay no fa me serious say e be okobi bia me di nechi na ono akobo keyboard na my board drums first me board drums na no siri me fi say be like me jai drum no bona like ba me say we na me di man me say like me here so far my board drums no sa na me I ma dum and then drum no edi me atikwan Ghana ama like Ghana we no ma copy bia
guys regions no
regions ma copy bia
okay
ma ko
and how can football organization ya sawo okay
na first na me bo dambot me na me your master drama
okay dambot okay
bam me bejae
okay I don't know mo hwe we ya na
na emisa ba
now nya time
me pesa we no
okay line level no kashi kagbo kagba yeah okay jama
bra ba kun e friend dada ajete ono na like me di nechi okobo banda na ma di nechi kakara and I catch any boss ni say like oh me bo percussion ti on try me to na that time na me nye perfect
okay
ti kakara and na nyame ya madum
all right
I'm bed
oh the be mo ya and you know oh yeah we nyina no so what has been your experience was because normally no omo tie ball we no say Roma so dem no tie ball no pa no say na me buy na me boy obo keke boom na what o dey no sunku wo mo nti e dey na ma o dey na sunku
sunku one say sometimes no we pen your friend kunga but me no sometimes I me bo enye we pen na me bo okay so of me sin ade pa
okay
me to me share them met me di me 9 million we nyina abo baby fufuro na we so bo baby fufuro
oh and to do na no stamp say okay
we body roll we so body roll but we body different
okay
different bibi and we so body different bibi and na no so body different bibi nti enu ye fe no percussionist
okay
nti ma twimi one free Congolese for my back percussionist for nti obi show me I won't say like me separate chain
Jama for go. Sanga for no to kungren bopa. O Denzil kungren. I know so any feeling. Show sha. Say there's a black star ginemu na say Real Madrid ginemu no mo share. Have you new? No, okay. Enti no betumi aka say neza wo de wo mofra brem no we na wo. Ti wo betumi aka say wadu. Anasa won sa kan ya na opesa onya na.
Normally no me ko ba me drew ye.
Okay.
Me pese me drew baby ba me drew ho. My backy artist baby.
Okay. Ye Ghana artist well known and as a
backy artist baby. Make a
bit say
ampedu ye ni kura po ye na e boy ye.
Oh, okay.
Ampedu owu ye no.
Oh, okay.
Ye na e boy na ye man no. E wo ko obo.
Yeah, woko. Yeah.
Ye na e boy ye.
Okay.
E na sisi aso me bo all for rebound. For upon some.
Oh, okay.
Daddy Lumba show we cry.
And then the way I win your then ya daje the frequency no so.
The frequency every band.
Oh, okay.
The frequency no one says and ebia time for gig na the frequency ni gig. By air results kakra ebia other results na me kono ebia foregoing by yes year there no time no na ebo am kakra ba frequency e wo programmer minko ada program
say no dey shabo
frequency no na eye me bibia ha.
Okay. At the end a challenge you say the bia no be creative bobi foforo bobi bi sonkon all those say ni awboyi eno na bia engineer no ko studio no omo record man no by the end a challenge you so born life no born in exceptional way I bia won say yeah wo bobi bi sonkon
on say me make am be like sisia nkola no suno mo ba no omo so mo sua de pa nti e bia me bo ade na me bo na e bia akola no suno ba no so obo.
Okay.
On say rhythm na sisa na e bia obi be hom no poto
Roman for the we na Roman for that over
sometimes me too me to me say eh say me ma mani nya di na me sua de a
okay
me to me draw nti eno na ma me sua de na me nya more readings e bia me bo bibia me sisa readings no.
Okay.
Obi jina echi who say like oh the guy is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Enti that chin and so ade hunu no te san as personal as GHOB.
Baby I'm person music on family do that you know.
As a one shot simple here.
Think of like yeah me brand and me manager no yeah. Last year of na will be testing or see or if I put US your person like yambra na better
no kwaya money men kon kan dem na me see
na me on say bibia the be my manager na manager bibia set to say be ko buy na see your train kakra enye say obe predict no na wo kwa bia wa ko bre o say na me brand kan you say big stages eno na usha cavemen omo ya tupe cavemen omo ya tupe intina like enye say yen pese e beji obi a o intina me brand kan say bia ye ko back artist e bia ye be free ba the frequency no
yeah performance in the manager. Okay.
So give me omo to me big show.
Sure.
Stadium ni na ye ma. Na ba kun pe o bodrum na ba kun pe bi o bobis. Omo mi enu pe.
Yeah.
Omo to me boss akode ko outside. The video ni omo na mo bomo. On say na like your idea ni tie. E wo music na e wo e bia e see. Oh show ke say bia Fantasy Dome no more show ebia conference center na stadium
Independence Square ebia 6 match Ukraine Jubilee House na nka o ma frem mo na nka the frequency
na ejinemu.
Oh okay. Artists on okay sure yeah. Oh okay. And who obi a you can say we are singing na wono na senior drama professional percussionist ya wo bi wo.
Yeah. Me follow man be o outside your friend Daniel Konga.
Yeah,
Daniel Konga so you see Daniel Konga. Ono na me follow ba e wo Ghana ha no me follow Manes ono obo Samini.
Okay. Okay.
Or a good percussionist, or a Ghana police percussionist.
Oh, okay, Ghana police.
Or one of Boston trophy.
Oh, okay.
One of yeah.
Mama kai. Edina me se mon kai na mon kai no. Afa na me yamaka. Me ka don mo. Don mo na me ka go ga don simo. Don mo na me ka na mi nyinya no na be se me tonwum te se no. Na wa hwe SG ni be se me tonwum te se don mo. Afa na me all right. Enti ma me no wie na afa de me ne manager anko na enko rap abaza sa bontin no ho no na yenko feel ebusuya omaje wo sen o oge o serious one na be wale na say yen twem plan kakra
Oba mi ni ewu.
oh okay
Mi ni oba.
oh okay yes ono ana na be tina bobra okay
And I'm oba too.
oh okay onye say o de every ya musika sem te sen mo yo bia mo ni gisika ho o kondo sika
Frequency there, yes, I didn't know. But Abia, will be friend gig, our bontia. I'm sure say you are the music assembly, I grow there.
Okay, all right. Okay, you ready? Now say drum B. To them, you be try and walk or break one. And to the edge. Where you insano? Well, you insano cheromo. Na me ba me ne manager nkonkon rap a na fe de moko programs a mo charge mo charge per show like mo say na obi invite me senate here na fa on number to drama here na mo social media handle I know there yen say the frequency you know. This is the time, let's enjoy it. Wow, nice one. GHOB, the frequency, and I know my dear command. Edin no Odiyifo ya chance still I make crache. Fialengo one. Over the frequency ya GHOB, ono not hey, and I wo stay cool, ono na wo keyboard no, and our manager Caleb, and you go so Edin command. Social media handles ni no. Ebra will follow KFM TV, no, me patch follow the frequency, and also all the social media handles. We show TV screen as in I know na popping up no. Ebi an komo ayedi, obi awo ho adwen kire bi a obetumi dia fire WhatsApp numbers no 0246 239070 0246 na woni ye edi nkomo ma me nko manager ho na ye nko rap up manager na de mama ye ni age me jiri say fiefo nyina nso ni age obi owo adwuma mu bi ohwen bia by this time obi owa ya sabi ohwen we just say ni amoya no ahead here moya there and I think that is the impact me jiri say wo abonte ho finally mu shows to say mu ko show a obi be so ofre mu ba before no mama wo de mo na mesa atodwa mu show no mo ko ne sen
nti ye bo show bia
okay
ye bo shows be nti ye bo weddings we bia we ye bye
birthday parties ni
yeah
other celebrations
shows this sometimes clients no omo request singers sometimes omo request
okay nti omo request singers na mo na ya mo de omo kwa na say
yeah the singers in Suba nti we singer now so now we very good at obetumi send the videos your DM nti e bia call show
nti DM ni the frequency e wo Which of the
TikTok, Instagram,
okay.
And the boy program there, or concert. Yeah, the artists and so yeah stage band.
Okay.
Into carpet band so bet me we can perform with any artist, any song we perform with you, any program we are there, birthday, restaurants, like any event. Like.
Okay. All right. Into charges in the any panel frame but send over the ordinary depending show the location
any time.
All right. Into yeah call more how mo abena mo hia hwefo Ghana abrochire baby bia wo mo hwemo wo mo mrem because minimum say ye hwemo a enya we nkwane a mo bono abonten mo bone ya ma bebre till finally mo plea mo request
the better ashfo ina say better KFM TV na mo crew ni bia me da wo so say you've been here to help us to interview here and also assist. Would want a whole lot, like, because we are trying to build an empire. We want a studio. We want to have our own speakers. We want to have our own mixers, and we'll have our chord. Everything. Like, we want to set up a whole studio where we can be making more content, videos out there. Then we can also put out there on there. That's one. So, if you want to help, assist, and also support what we are doing, we are open to it.
Okay.
Yeah, we are open to it. Yeah. And I would use this opportunity to even tell KFM that the KFM instrument. No, we know you here.
KFM Musical Center.
So you can also, collaborate, send us stuff and all that we can. And we can also even come play, like, work on an advertisement, like, make a whole short videos about the instruments, do all that. Because that's something we're also doing for promotions, arts. The person who promote it will be there. But we have a frequency, a short ad for you, we'll do all that. So we're helping to deals and all those stuff. So we're helping to it. Yeah.
All right. And social media handles near the frequency everywhere.
The frequency.
Or contact number.
But you're into 020 461 6863.
Okay. Yeah, okay, yes, pick a camera where mama now. Until 02
461 6863. The frequency.
Yeah. Or until Kana Mamma 020 461 6863.
Yeah.
Until Mamma Mono Senia will be bet me at your center 0204 61 6863. Once I don't know simple. I can't instrument. And they say I will cry my boy. I mean her phone so no met me about the channel. 0204 61 6863. And no the frequency for number. Over to me any of my wedding comment. Yeah, call more be ambassador Mochiano. More be ambassador Modana say. Finally now Mombo be my na me fine sorry so.
You better Nyankopon say and I better KFM team and KFM TV. I see a better crooning, I see a better your fans and your supporters, a better Obi Biara or supporting like you to me Bo Biadi, but Mamunim them we boy into a better Biasi. And this is the frequency. And you should expect something great. Like, thank you so much.
Before no, I do maybe I am a bemu taboo. Mosha say like I do maybe I'm a bemu taboo.
Oh yeah, any part. Say, but when you kai didn't see how we the way.
Ninja maybe that was a post in our Bobby home by one a bonnet home. Who watches the watchman? And the one hour more be any gen also one more energy. Oh, any gen will be
from them. If say, any people sometimes was a my busy me say, but among us, we, hey, to me, manager. Posting video or say posting when I come and you me anything when they posting what so almost share me guy me almost so we are working hand in hand collectively as a group and as an entity. So
all right, Caleb, when I sent you the frequency and I didn't come on what be yes, ensuo na sokoko said ya ma na ne ofru duapa na e piano se ne won ma hye pass ne yammo na wo montumi fa nkwa we se ne nam dua so na homa ho soro no won so betumi abo mo e 0204 616 863. Now we need the frequency and income. And that's all the omachi social media handles in the frequency. TikTok, our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, baby, the frequency. Yeah, but that's and every my acquire man, then come out to train any on the diano. Yeah, didn't you know, yes, you really know what's also I sing over some boy. Now, the farmer corner, my main fast the PSM farmer, young Kudo clothing. Young Kudo 49 and one more a pamata de a mammy share, and young Kudo clothing, a war, a woshi, Anya rich. Omo awoshi anya rich womo ena wono e pamata de ma me share ntino obetumi ne yonko do kro de di nkomo 0591525226 0591525226 na oni madi nkomo amfa se da PSM fama crew members ni nyina camera no strawberry Richard wona gina chire ena obo a chinchin camera ni nya sana Elizabeth Alphonso Elizabeth wono so aka ho na Cristiano ATTC student wono na sound na bibia ma na location driver ne de okoye friend Mr Solo enti location driver wono so boaye show no enye obi ase esi heartbeat enanso wono na o hye dwumadie no okruchi nsem nyanti heartbeat Joylinda Laryea wono and our producer at the show no and our executive producer Nana Kwame from Paul Manson and our general manager Terry Deborah woman yomokai administrator Sonia. There's a production team no Dawson woman na woman boy and I the FNs with the Edinburgh. What me the echi na unimobi you say over so ya saying na a brain na na dem komo Edinburgh wa betumi afra 0246239070 na bibia tumi akonkan dia me just raw Odiyifo ya chas still I be krachi fialengo 1 ene okomo troponyo Los Gos Birmingham City Afghanistan Pakistan Uzbekistan Finland England Zealand Argentina Botswana China Elmina na afi choko obi biara no hwedwede 19 na mo betumi di midin abonyo mama me Odiyifo ya chas I be krachi fialengo 1 ana mo bo bibia ma KFM mo ba bo bibia ma KFM wo mo kenti mo bibi ma KFM te busia akabe few minutes ni hours and you twa na say you handkerchief but before no ye bibia ma KFM wo mo wie na metumi di I be krachi aka ho
yetema Migabo ya ye Migabo ya no Migabo ya no
Tino sounds. Woni, what's that Tino?
Yes sir.
We have a call there.
Nyame adom bi awo.
Nyame share na djuma pa wo bo. We no mo se mo ye nuafo, mo ye osua. E de na kan ho. Se o, wo se mrante e wan kasa onua no mo. Na wo no mo ye bibi se. Obi ga se simpon fi baby amba. Dama, teku, emfi baby amba. De na kan so oni e di me fidie mamo. Eni suade hu be na wo hunu oda chinti a. Wa sha ase na se.
They can make them was na madam Odiyifo so ase. I say any free but me I believe in young talent. Okay. What you saying? Me see so no man you be ambo ane. Me na me pe sounds pa me see so all about na me ni sky jet na ebonyo.
Okay.
Nti me so me see so no me do to me nim say was say me ye bi. Wow, na enkrofo energy. Most of the time me bonyo man enkrofo kra me in this car. Nti ma ho so omo aba a omo ye bi na was say me push you omo. no mo get to baby because almost that be mo get to betumi abia aboa ebinom no mo so omo enti e kan makoma na me say me bo omo anywhere they want to go and do program, I will support them with my sounds. That's what I do.
Wow. And you know, what you actually now be share mfidie ne mo wie now senia stay cool any GHOB wo mu di agoro wo mfidie no so aya na ho ye o se hu ne se
no pe na makoma to me yem o mama me si hwe kra no pe kra na makoma to me yem what you say because me pe nyom okay and see o mo yes na
and wanga sa ne mo nyom no to
oh enye so bad
one ne kra nka akwa ezi nka be hu baseball
ba me MC as well
oh
yeah
okay.
me MC programs be Shatawali program say me ya na host to work home hand one or two people know me to be MC Tino1 so actually
all right and there was ya ne MC Tino1 no na ya wade mfidie no ede mo mo na ya mo ede ne juma ye ko Tino sounds na he na wo ye hwe we kira kwan a he na ebe hu ebe de ne enu so di nkomo abefo ntentan fidie so wo bi so bi ma ye ntonka
me what here ya me we go no school go no school upa market no ho a oko enu kakra KK Sports on junction so Tino sounds a obia ne obeba me honom na oko Instagram Tino me wo honom oko TikTok Tino sounds so me wo ho Facebook so Tino me wo ho
Engineers we no mu ko be bia one out o feel ofu
me na me bi
na wa say fidie ne degu
bia
na say killers mo mayen ko na ba o ti
no so be friend say that's you person you call her e for your program mu adwuma nkra medwane aba na
ya finally
we want the future best
fantastic finally wo mo ye mrantie wo mo say mrantie yes na dey na do be futuo e dey ama wo mo se ne adan kon bia na abasam tuo bi abambuo bi beba ana sintidue bi beba no e dey na be futuo ade be mo
futuo mi dey mo beba mo an say omuma nyonko do enti no mo eni obu because adwuma we anya easy obey adwuma obegina bibi na waka nsemfun bi memo akoma emba o dey fan cool na nya o dey ato so say o person we ye no eno an say carry on and do it
okay all right entity no ye better say I don't see ya fe ye be di agro
sa
ye be je nje busia ye ne manager Caleb and edi nkomo no e na Tino sounds ono e na ye di mfidie no de ma omo eno an omo hyehyehye wa he enti no ye better mo say na kan ye ho afi de enjoy pe o dancing shoe no pe o handkerchief jiweni o dem ho office ho be bibiara o hwe ye di fi abrochire be bibia ma no ne be bibia no time kuchu na the frequency aye crowd wo mo be yom nsa no ento so yi wakoma mu na yi onan no na be bia ntumi enkon kan say still edi ni Odiyifo ya chance I gbe krache fialengo 1
All
Frequency sound, frequency combo live, frequency combo live. That's the name of okay. We're trying to get it over 22 men, or whatever 22 men. One good music, you can say it. Look at you here, or buy a phone, or buy a good one. She will buy a music. Look at you here. You are child, you are enjoying. Get like it, Lana, try one of the one you are. Get about my Nicola, you're on. will get one job. Frequency live bar. Attention here, no Bella Jimo. Look at you, told you, but I have a number. Catch you for your lunch, I don't reach you, I need you.